Have you ever heard of something called GCV? It sounds super complicated, right? Like some secret code from a spy movie, but it's actually pretty simple. Imagine a giant, worldwide community creating its own money. That money is called Pi. Now the community needs to decide what that money is worth. A huge part of the community came together. They agreed. 1 Pi equals sign, $314,159. Highlight shot giant Pi symbol made of gold coins with $314,159 glowing above it. That agreed price is called the Global Consensus Value, GCV. It's a massive, ambitious goal for a single Pi coin. Think of it like this. Me and my friends make a currency called Beast Bucks. We all agree 1 Beast Buck equals sign a brand new Lamborghini. That's our GCV. The Pi community did the same, but on a much, much bigger scale. They chose $314,159 because it echoes the first digits of Pi, 3.14159. It's a fun nod to their name. This value isn't set by a bank or a government. It's a price set by the people, for the people, inside their own economy. So when you see Pi GCV equals sign $314,159, it means inside the Pi network people try to trade goods and services as if 1 Pi equals sign that amount. It's a powerful idea. It shows a strong belief in the future of the Pi currency. You won't see this price on a normal crypto exchange just yet. It's a special price only inside the Pi ecosystem. It's like a promise the community made to itself about the coin's potential. This number is a statement. The community saying they believe their coin is incredibly valuable. It's not just a random number. It's a symbol of unity and high hopes. The GCV is the foundation for a whole new way of thinking about money. It's not about what Wall Street says. It's about what millions of users around the globe agree. That agreement is what gives GCV its power inside the Pi network. It's the starting point for all the trading and bartering that happens there. So, where can you actually use this GCV of $314,159? You can't just walk into a big box store and buy groceries with it. Not yet anyway. This special price only works inside one place, the Pi network ecosystem. Think of the Pi network as a huge, exclusive digital mall. This mall has its own stores, this mall has its own services, this mall has its own special currency. The currency is Pi. The agreed-upon price tag for things in this mall is based on the GCV. It's a closed-loop economy. That means all the buying and selling using the GCV happens between people who are part of the Pi network. These people are called pioneers. They can trade with each other. For example, one pioneer might offer to sell a smartphone. Another pioneer might agree to buy it. They use the GCV to figure out how many Pi coins the smartphone is worth. The entire transaction happens within the secure walls of the Pi network. It's a self-contained world with its own rules and its own economy. This exclusive playground is super important. It lets the Pi currency grow and become strong without outside interference. Imagine trying to build a giant Lego castle. You'd want to build it in a safe room where no one can knock it over, right? The Pi network is that safe room for the Pi currency. It allows people to get used to trading with Pi. It helps them build trust in the currency's value. It's a place to practice and build a real economy before opening the doors to the rest of the world. So, for now, all the action is happening peer-to-peer. That means person-to-person. You find someone on a Pi marketplace app, you agree on a deal, you send them Pi, and they send you the item or service. It's all based on trust and the community's shared belief in the GCV. The Pi network provides the tools, like the Pi browser. The Pi network provides the tools, like the Pi wallet, to make these trades possible. It's like having a private internet just for Pi users, where everyone agrees on the value of their money. Okay, so you have Pi and you know it's worth a lot inside the network, but what if you want to use that value for something that looks more like regular money? You can't directly exchange your GCV valued Pi for US dollars. Instead, there's a special process, minting Pi into PIUSD. Think of it like exchanging casino chips for a voucher, a necessary middle step. The network has set a specific rate for this. For every 1 Pi you mint, you get $1.50 in PIUSD. So the rate is 1 Pi equals 1.5 PIUSD. This rate isn't the GCV. GCV is for internal trading. PIUSD is for moving value toward the outside world. It creates a controlled bridge between the Pi economy and the broader financial world. The 1 Pi equals sign, 1.5 PIUSD rate is fixed and designed to be stable for external exchanges. It doesn't jump around like the community-agreed GCV. That stability makes cash-out values predictable. The minting converts internal Pi into a dollar-pegged PIUSD token. You're not cashing out Pi directly, you're transforming it first. You take your Pi, go through the official minting process on the network and receive PIUSD tokens in your wallet. PIUSD tokens serve a different purpose than Pi coins. They are the vehicle for eventually getting real-world cash. Two-step process: first, trade with GCV inside. Second, mint to PIUSD when you're ready to begin cash out. Let's make this super simple. Imagine you want to buy a brand new top-of-the-line laptop. The laptop costs about $3,141 in a regular store. Now let's see how you would buy this inside the Pi network using the GCV. The community has agreed that one Pi is worth $314,159. So, to figure out the price in Pi, you do a little bit of math. You take the laptop's price, which is $3,141, and you divide it by the GCV, which is $314,159. That's a fun one to calculate. The answer is 1/100th of a Pi, or 0.01 Pi. That's it. To buy a super expensive laptop, you would only need to pay 0.01 Pi. You would find a seller on a Pi marketplace who is willing to sell you the laptop. You both agree on the price based on the GCV. You open your PI wallet. You send them 0.01 Pi and they ship you the laptop. It's a real transaction between two members of the community, all powered by their shared belief in the GCV. It feels crazy, but that's how it works in this ecosystem. Let's try another one. What if you want to buy a car? Let's say you found someone selling a nice used car for $31,415. Again, we use the GCV. You take the car's price, $31,415, and divide it by the GCV, $314,159. The math tells us that the car would cost you 1/10 of a Pi, or 0.1 Pi. It sounds insane, right? Paying just a fraction of a Pi coin for a whole car. But within the Pi network's GCV economy, this is the agreed-upon exchange rate. It shows how much value the community places on each Pi coin. This system works for services too. Maybe someone is a web developer. They might offer to build a website for you. They could say their service is worth $1,500. To pay them in Pi, you would divide $1,500 by $314,159. The cost would be roughly 4,700ths of a Pi, or 0.0047 Pi. You could pay them that tiny fraction of a Pi coin for their hard work. This is the number one question everyone asks. If my one Pi is worth $314,159 inside the network, why can't I just go to an exchange and get all that money? It's a great question, and honestly there's a really important reason for it. The GCV is a value based on belief and agreement within a closed system. It's not a price that the outside world has agreed to yet. Binance Coinbase. They have their own way of setting prices based on supply and demand from millions of traders. Now imagine if everyone could suddenly cash out at the GCV price. It would be like everyone trying to withdraw all their money from banks at once. It would cause total chaos. The exchanges would be flooded with sellers. This massive supply would crash the price instantly. The value would plummet from $314,159 to almost zero in minutes. The rule exists to prevent that catastrophic crash and protect the value the community built. The GCV is like a goal, a target price. It's what the community wants Pi to be worth. Keeping trading inside the network builds a real economy around that value. They prove Pi can buy real things at that price, creating a strong foundation. If Pi Network opened the floodgates now, all that work would be washed away. The rule forces everyone to build the economy first before cashing out. Think of it as a video game. You can't start at the final boss. You have to go through all the levels first, build up your character's strength, collect powerful items. Pi Network is in the level building stage. GCV is the ultimate power level they're aiming for. The rule against cashing out is like the game's code stopping skips. You have to play the game, build the economy, prove the value. Only then can you face the final boss, the open market. The rules about GCV and PIUSD might seem strict. GCV, PIUSD, they are there for some very good reasons. The main goal is to protect the Pi network and everyone in it. Market volatility, scams, panic selling. One of the biggest reasons is to create value stability. The GCV of $314,159 is a very high value. By keeping it for internal trades, only the network avoids the wild price swings you see with other cryptocurrencies. This stability encourages people to actually use Pi as money goods services, not just something to gamble on. Another huge reason is security. The Pi network is still growing. The developers are making sure everything is super secure and that no one can cheat the system. By controlling how value leaves the network, through the PIUSD minting process, they can monitor everything closely. This helps prevent scams, hacks, other bad activities that could harm the community. It's kind of like having a security guard at the door of the mall, checking everyone's ID before they can leave with valuables. It keeps everyone inside safer. These rules also help the network mature. Building a real functioning economy takes time. People need to get comfortable using Pi. Businesses need to start accepting it. Marketplaces need to be built. By forcing everyone to use Pi within the network, it accelerates this process. It creates a real-world use case for the currency. This makes the entire project stronger and more likely to succeed in the long run. It's about building a sustainable future, not just making a quick buck today. Finally, it's about fairness. The Pi network was designed so that anyone with a phone could participate. Many people have been mining Pi for years. The controlled system ensures that these early supporters don't just dump their coins on the market and crash the price for everyone else. The rules create a more orderly and fair process for everyone to eventually realize the value of their Pi. There is so much confusion about Pi GCV, so let's bust some myths. The biggest myth is that you can sell your PI for $314,159 on an exchange today. This is 100% false. As we've covered, the GCV is an internal community-agreed value. It is not the price on the open market. Anyone claiming they can buy your Pi for that price right now is probably trying to scam you. Be super careful. The official path to cashing out will be through the network's approved methods like the PIUSD minting process. Another common myth: PIGCV and PIUSD are the same thing. They are not. PIGCV, a high aspirational value used for bartering inside the Pi ecosystem like a special in-game currency price. PIUSD, a stable token pegged to the US dollar, created via a minting process. Fixed rate, 1 Pi equals 1.5 PIUSD. PIUSD is the tool to connect to the outside financial world. Two separate tools for two separate jobs. Some people believe the GCV is an official price set by the PI core team. Not true. GCV is grassroots, created and supported by the community of pioneers. The PI core team has not endorsed any specific open market price. They focus on building the technology and the ecosystem. GCV is a powerful social consensus driven by users, not the creators of the network. Finally, you don't have to sell at GCV. Pi network is peer-to-peer. Buyer and seller must agree the price. Many stick to GCV to support the movement, but transactions can happen at different values if both parties consent. GCV remains the benchmark guiding most bartering and trading within the PI ecosystem. Let's put Pi GCV and PIUSD head-to-head in a simple showdown to make it crystal clear. Think of them as two different superheroes on the same team. They have different powers and are used for different missions. First up is Pi GCV. Its superpower is its massive value, $314,159 per Pi. Its mission is trading goods and services inside the Pi network. It's the hero that works behind the scenes, building the home base. It's aspirational, community-driven, used for bartering between pioneers. Now let's look at PIUSD. Its superpower is stability. It's created by minting Pi at a fixed rate 1 Pi to 1.5 PIUSD. Its mission is to act as a bridge to the outside world, the hero that interacts with other financial systems. Not for bartering inside the network, it's the vehicle for cashing out. Its value is stable and pegged to the US dollar. So, what's the key difference? It all comes down to purpose and location. GCV is for internal trading and is based on belief. PIUSD is for external conversion and is based on a fixed rate. You use GCV to figure out how much PI a pizza is worth from another pioneer. You use PIUSD when you've gone through the process to turn your Pi into something that can eventually become dollars in your bank account. You can't use PIUSD to barter for a car, and you can't use the GCV price at an ATM. Understanding this difference is the most important part of using the PI network correctly. If you mix them up, you'll get confused and might even fall for a scam. Remember, GCV is for the internal community economy. PIUSD is the first step in the cash-out process. They are teammates, but they play very different positions on the field. One builds value from the inside and the other helps to realize that value on the outside. Both are crucial for the network's success. Alright, let's wrap this all up in a super simple guide. You've been mining Pi on your phone and now you want to know what to do. First, remember the GCV of $314,159. This is your price guide for trading inside the Pi network's marketplaces. If you want to buy or sell something, use this number to help you calculate the price in Pi. Find another pioneer, agree on the GCV-based price, and make the trade using your Pi wallet. This is how you participate in and help build the Pi economy. Flowchart: mine Pi. Use GCV trading. Mint Pi to PIUSD, 1.5. Convert PIUSD to cash, future. Second, when you think about cashing out, forget the GCV price. The GCV is not for cashing out. To get real-world money, you need to follow a different path. This path involves a special token called PIUSD. You will have to go through an official process on the Pi network to mint your Pi coins into PIUSD tokens. One Pi coin gets you $1.50 in PIUSD. This is the official and secure first step toward cashing out. Third, always be safe. GCV is for internal barter, PIUSD is for the external bridge. Anyone who tells you otherwise is probably wrong or trying to trick you. Don't send your PI to random people who promise to give you $314,159 in cash for it. Only use the official apps and processes provided by the Pi network. Your safety and the security of your coins are the most important things. The rules are there to protect you and the entire community. So, to be a pro, you just need to know which tool to use. Want to buy a cool gadget from another pioneer? Use the GCV to agree on a price? Want to start the process of turning your Pi into money you can spend at the grocery store? Look for the official PIUSD minting feature. By understanding the difference between these two key parts of the Pi network, you can navigate the ecosystem safely and help it grow. It's an exciting project, and now you know how the economy inside it works.